So this is the story of an incident at the Ichikawa City Zoo, specifically at Saryama, which you probably know as Monkey Mountain. It's the home of the internet sensation, Punch the Monkey. We're going to look at how just one person's actions literally threatened an entire global digital community.
Okay, let's dive into this. To really understand the scale of what happened here, we kind of have to look at how the internet first found out about it. Imagine scrolling and seeing this, "Emergency at the zoo," followed by, a whole string of panicked emojis. For the thousands of people who follow Punch the Monkey online every single day, seeing this alert flash across their feeds was, well, it was incredibly alarming. It wasn't some official press release. It was this real-time digital panic that immediately demanded answers. People were wondering what exactly is going wrong in an environment that's usually known for peace and adorable animal antics.
Section 1. The incident at Saryama, a breach at Monkey Mountain.
So, based on the reports from the scene, here's what actually unfolded. An individual actively breached the restricted area of the monkey enclosure, but they didn't just trespass, they actually placed a toy right into the habitat. Now, I know, it sounds almost absurd to us humans, but for the resident monkeys, this foreign object was highly distressing. The reports explicitly note that the animals were terrified and confused. That is, until someone identified as Shikano intervened. They neutralized the intruder and removed the item, which thankfully restored some temporary calm to the frightened animals.
Section 2. The zoo takes action, prioritizing safety and health.
Well, the Ichikawa City Zoo did not wait around. Let's look at the timeline. On May 17th, the intrusion incident occurred at Saryama. The very next day, May 18th, they took a major legal step and officially filed a damage report with the Ichikawa police station. So yes, the police are now involved. And then, by May 19th, the zoo announced they'd be rolling out entirely new, strict countermeasures to ensure the safety and health of the animals, which obviously is their absolute top priority. Thankfully, no abnormalities were observed in the monkeys, but the zoo is making sure a breach like this never happens again.
You really have to notice the sheer physical scale of their response here. Following discussions with Ichikawa City, the zoo formulated 3 distinct physical security measures. First up, the expansion of the viewing restriction area. They are literally putting more physical distance between the public and the animals. Second, the installation of intrusion prevention nets within that restriction area. So that's a hard physical barrier to stop any future objects, or people for that matter, from getting through. And third, constant patrol within the restriction area. They're actually putting human eyes on the ground to actively monitor the space. It's a really robust, multi-layered defense system.
Section 3. A proposed filming ban. The ripple effects of rule breaking.
And this brilliantly illustrates the 2 highly contrasting paths forward that have emerged from this single incident. On one hand, the zoo is seriously deliberating a complete and total ban on all filming at Saryama. They've even put all inquiries and proposals from YouTubers in abeyance, meaning they're on hold, while they figure this out. It's a very strict, protective strategy designed to entirely remove the incentive for anyone to, pull a stunt for the cameras. But on the flip side, the fans are pushing back with a compromised proposal. They want the strict enforcement of an existing 10-minute rule to maintain order without entirely cutting off the visual documentation of the animals.
Section 4. The fan backlash. Emotional pleas from a digital community.
Right? So this is why this matters so deeply to so many people. Listen to what one fan wrote. They said, "Many people watch Punch-kun's adorable videos, which heals their hearts, including elderly individuals who are unable to come to the park. For a lot of us, a trip to the zoo might just be a fun weekend activity, right? But for many, especially the elderly or those with mobility issues, these online videos are literally their only window into this world. It brings them joy, it heals their hearts, and it builds this massive supportive digital community." The fans are pleading with the zoo to recognize that a total filming ban doesn't just punish the rule breaker. It isolates an entirely innocent virtual audience who rely on these daily updates for just a little bit of happiness.
So the crucial question we're left with is this. Should one visitor's reckless rule-breaking cost the rest of the world their digital connection to Punch the Monkey? I mean, on one hand, the zoo has an absolute obligation to protect the physical safety and psychological well-being of its animals. That is completely non-negotiable. But on the other hand, severing a digital lifeline for thousands of fans who derive genuine emotional support from these videos, well, that's an incredibly heavy price to pay. I'm going to leave you to consider where exactly we should draw the line between protecting a physical space and preserving a digital community. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer.